Welcome to the Amenia Town Board Reorganization Meeting, Thursday, January 7th. Roll, please.
Supervisor Prodi?
Here.
Council members Doyle? I see Vicky, but I don't hear her. Hi.
Unmute.
There you go.
The most often made statement these days is, could you please unmute? I'm here.
Hi. Councilman Gutierrez? I don't see him.
Yeah, he's not on TV.
Says joining.
Okay, Councilman Morris?
Here.
Councilwoman Samoji?
Here.
And I just want to, I know you said he was joining. I just want to confirm that.
Well, the message says joining. Oops. I have to, let me try and admit him again. He seems to have having trouble getting on. Yep, there he is.
There he is. He's just going to follow the Vicky comment about unmuting.
Hello.
Hi. Present? Okay, all are present. We're attempting to do roll.
You just need to say here and then you're good.
Here.
Hi. Hey.
Okay, does everyone have their meeting information up?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What we usually do is each take a turn reading a resolution. So do you want to do, I wanted to do that if that's okay with everybody.
Okay.
Sounds good.
A motion to accept Town of Amenia Rules of Procedure, Committee Guidelines, and Procurement Policy. I make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Emoji?
Yes.
Okay, Damien, can you do number 3?
Motion to establish date, time, place for scheduled town board meetings. Business workshop, first Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. Regular meeting, third Thursday of the month, 7 p.m. Place, Town Hall, 4988 Route 22, Amenia, New York, 12501. Make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilmembers Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Emoji?
Yes.
Okay, Jim, you want to do the next one? Number 4?
Motion to establish elected and appointed officials' salaries as noted. Supervisor, $25,331. Councilmen, and women, $6,135. Sole assessor, $30,700. Justice A, $18,916. Justice B, $18,181. Clerk, $35,169. Highway superintendent, $64,488. I'll make the motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris and Samoji?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Michelle, can you do number 5?
Okay. Let me. Which one I got here?
Motion to appoint.
Okay. Wait a second. It went wacky. My computer just went. I'm always pushing the wrong buttons on these machines. Okay. We just did the salaries, right?
Yes. You do number 5.
Number 5 is, come on,
Motion to appoint.
motion. Planning meeting. Am I going too far? Where is it? A guideline.
What?
I did guidelines, so that's not, I ended up on guidelines, so I think I went too far.
Yeah, you have to go to number 5. It's right in the beginning.
Okay, let me see. 5.
Top of page 2.
On page 2?
Yep, top, very first one on page 2.
Okay, wait a second, I keep sliding by it. I see it, and I'm not doing it. Page 2. Motion to accept Town of Amenia rules. No,
No,
that's not
motion
right.
to appoint.
It'd be page 3 because the
Linda.
first one's the agenda. Go to the next page, Michelle.
Okay. Notice,
Motion to appoint Ian.
okay, I see his name keep popping
Read
up.
that sentence.
Motion to appoint Ian.
The top of page 2, number 5.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just not so, there he is, I see him. Motion to appoint Ian C. Leonard, Esquire of Stanger, Diamond and Glass LLP as town attorney. Is that the one I'm reading? Am I reading
Yes.
the right thing?
Are you making a motion?
Oh,
We need the rates read.
You need to read the
Oh.
rate.
the rate is rate is me not pushing the wrong buttons. Rate is, I'm sorry, I'm just not good at this sort of thing. I really am. I know what, I saw $200 an hour.
Ian Lindars Esquire, $200 an hour. Litigation, $245 an hour. Paralegals, $125 an hour. Legal assistance, $85 an hour.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Yes. Somehow I pushed the button and it slipped to a different, there it
Supervisor
comes again.
Perotti?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Demoji.
Yes.
A motion to appoint Shane J. Egan Esquire of Capolino, Rothschild and Egan LLP for tax judiciary on matters. Donald Capolino, $245 an hour. Jeffrey Rothschild, $245 an hour. Shane J. Egan, $245 an hour. Elizabeth Capolino, $245 an hour. Robert J. Marvin, $245 an hour. Paralegals, law clerk, $125 an hour. And I make that motion?
Second.
Oh, okay.
Supervisor Perotti,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Demoji.
Yes. I finally got it working, so
Okay,
I'm okay.
Damian, number 7.
Motion to appoint, accept appointments and salaries as noted. Bookkeeper Marge Arnold, 22 hours a week, $27.05 per hour. Alternate per diem bookkeeper Lorna Sherman, $25 per hour. Bank reconciliation clerk, bookkeeper, TBA. Treasurer, Water District, Katrina Gore Alexander, $4,086 salaried. Clerk, Water District, Nancy Nowak, $4,086 salaried. Town Court Special Prosecutor, Hillary Thomas, $175 an hour. Attorney for Old Amenia Landfill per contract, Kimberly Rea, Esquire, $200 an hour. Budget Office Supervisor, $7,283 salaried. Secretary to Supervisor, Annette Culligan, $16.79 per hour. Typist, Nancy Nowak, $16.08 per hour. Building Inspector 1, Michael Sewilkin, 32 hours per week, $28.48 per hour. Senior Typist in the evening, Katrina Gore Alexander, 16 hours per week, $19.04 per hour. Clerk in the morning, Judy Westfall, 16 hours per week at $16.62 per hour. Registrar of Vital Statistics, Dawn Marie Klingner, $10 per transaction. Tax Collector, Dawn Marie Klingner, $6,881 salaried. Planning Board Secretary Judy Westfall, 24 hours per week, $16.62 per hour. Zoning Board of Appeals Secretary Susan Metcalf, 15 hours per week, $18.44 per hour. Planning Board Chairman Robert Boyles Jr., $2,745 stipend. Zoning Board of Appeals Chairman John Metcalf, $2,000 stipend. Planning Board and ZBA Attorney Dave Everett Esquire, $225 per hour. Deputy Town Clerk Erica Howard, $16.46 per hour. Second Deputy Town Clerk Patricia Sawicki, $15.45 per hour. Records Management Clerk, TBA. Clerk Assessor Donna Morrison, $17,836 salaried. Real Property Data Lister John Lloyd, $18.56 per hour. Real Property Data Lister Donna DePippo, $18.56 per hour. Constable Chris Klinger, $18.45 per hour. Constable Jason Dean, $16.96 per hour. Constable Dwayne Jackson, $16.96 per hour. Constable Francis Lansing, $16.46 per hour. Constable Abdur Muhammad, $15.98 per hour. Court Clerk Maureen Moore for Honorable Moore, $17,857 salaried. Clerk to Justice Dawn Marie Klingner for Honorable Divine, $17,163 salaried. Working Supervisor Paul Voorhees, $25.86 per hour. Highway Equipment Operator Darren Peterson, $25.32 per hour. Highway Equipment Operator Preston Vincent, $23.68 per hour. Highway Equipment Operator John Williams, $24.75 per hour. Highway Equipment Operator Jay Spock, $24.19 per hour. Account Clerk Typist Judith Carlson, 15 hours per week, $17.30 per hour. Custodian James Morse, $16.40 per hour. Groundskeeper Sean Howard, $19.79 per hour. Assistant Recreation Groundskeeper Charles Mayville, $16.79 per hour. Recreation Supervisor Kelly Milano, $15.45 per hour. Grant Writer Michael Haggerty, $29.13 per hour. Audio Visual Technician Mike Flint, $6,535 salaried. Animal Control Officer Maria Genovese, $9,795 salaried. Make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Council members Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Motion to execute agreement to spend highway funds of $200,655.67 in 2021. I make that motion.
Second.
Second.
Amy was Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Okay, Vicky?
Motion to make the following appointments without salaries. Deputy Supervisor Vicki Doyle, Town Historian to be announced. Deputy ZBA Chairman David Minigat, Deputy Planning Board Chairman Anthony Robustelli, All Hazard Mitigation Victoria Perotti, Records Management Officer Dawn Marie Klingner, Deputy Tax Collector Erica Howard, Deputy Registrar of Vital Statistics Erica Howard. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Michelle. Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Hey, Jim, can you do number 10?
Motion to approve $1 million bonding for town officials, supervisor, deputy supervisor, secretary to town supervisor, bookkeeper and alternate bookkeeper each, town clerk and deputy town clerk each, town tax collector and deputy tax collector each, code enforcement officer and administrative assistants each, zoning board of appeals secretary, planning board secretary, justices 2 each, court clerks 2 each, constables 5 each, highway superintendent and working supervisor each. I'll make the motion.
Second.
Damian. Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Motion to establish mileage reimbursement at federal rate of 56 cents. I make that motion.
Second.
Michelle. Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Simoji.
Yes.
Motion to renew contract sebby Environmental Services Incorporated for water treatment to the Water District for $34,200 contractual. Make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Simoji.
Yes.
Vicky?
Motion to pay bills by resolution, utilities, postage meter, copy machine maintenance, rent, debt service, credit card, ambulance, employee benefits, New York State retirement, and New York State unemployment insurance prepay. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Michelle. Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Simoji.
Yes.
Motion to name M&T Bank Corp., Bank of Millbrook and Salisbury Bank and Trust Company the official depositories for town funds. I'll make the motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Simoji.
Yes.
Number
Can I read
15.
it?
Yes, number 15 is yours.
Motion to designate the Milton News as the official town newspaper. I make that motion.
Second.
Prodi. Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Simoji.
Motion to authorize all boards to use tape recorders for aid with minutes with the understanding that the tape does not replace typed and accepted minutes. I make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Simoji,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Motion to accept town board appointments to standing committees and boards as noted. Recreation Commission, Councilwoman Simoji and Councilwoman Doyle. Amenia Housing Board, Councilwoman Doyle and Councilman Gutierrez. Enhancement Committee, Councilman Morris and Councilwoman Doyle. Conservation Action Advisory Council, Councilwoman Doyle and Councilwoman Simoji. Emergency Response Safety Committee, Councilman Gutierrez and Councilwoman Simoji. Board of Ethics, Councilman Morris and Councilman Gutierrez. Wastewater Committee, Councilman Morris, Councilman Gutierrez. Make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Simoji.
Yes.
Okay, Vicky, number 18.
Motion to designate emergency interim successors, 3 for Dutchess County Emergency Response. Council members Vicki Doyle, Michelle Smochi, and Damian Gutierrez. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
Damian. Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Simoji.
Yes.
Motion to appoint Supervisor Victoria Parodi to represent the town of Amenia at the 2021 Association of Town Meetings in New York City. I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Simoji.
Yes. Should I read this one?
Yes.
20?
Yes, that's yours.
Motion to authorize the supervisor's bookkeeper to do pre-audit functions of vouchers, including math, accuracy, checking for sales slips, delivery slips, and paid bills by municipal employee receiving goods. In addition to the town clerk's office reviewing all vouchers for monthly claims to be paid. I make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Motion to authorize a charge of $20 on each check tendered as payment in return for insufficient funds, including lost payroll checks. I make that motion.
Second.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Motion to authorize the supervisor to make certificate of deposit and money market investments of available funds. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Vicky?
Sorry.
Oh.
Motion that RBT will perform the annual cash audit procedures as required in Town Law, Section 123, and the Uniform Justice Court Act, Section 2020-A, and as described in the Fiscal Oversight Responsibilities of the Governing Board, published by the New York State Comptroller's Office. These procedures will be applied to the offices of the tax collector and justice courts for the year ending 12/31/20.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Motion that all monthly bank reconciliations of town clerk and town bookkeeper be made by an outside party. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
25 is you, Michelle.
Thank you. Motion that monthly budget reports are distributed to all department heads, and the complete monthly budget report is distributed to the town clerk for public viewing by town bookkeeper. I make that motion.
Second.
Amen. Supervisor Prodi,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Motion that the town board has the responsibility to authorize the attendance of all officers and employees at conferences and training sessions as required by General Municipal Law 77B. I make that motion.
Second.
Second.
Damien. Supervisor Prodi,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Motion to accept 2021 schedules for the Zoning Board of Appeals and the Planning Board. Make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Okay, Vicky, 28.
Okay. I just have a question before I read that. Did Matt Deister fulfill his training requirements?
Yes, Matt Deister completed all of his training requirements, and he is carrying over additional training hours that'll count towards 2021.
Super. Okay. Motion to reappoint the following members to the committees/boards. Planning Board, Robert Boyle Jr., Chair, Anthony Robustelli, Deputy Chair, Patrick Lawler, John Stephanopoulos, Matt Deister, Walter Brett, Leo Blackman. Zoning Board of Appeals, John Terry Metcalf, Chair, David Minigat, Deputy Chair, Paula Pelosi, James Wright, Tracy Saladay, alternates James Walsh and Brad Revelard. Zoning Review Committee, Leo Blackman, Chair, Walter Brett, Andrew Durbridge, and Nina Peake. Board of Assessment Review, Stephen Benedette, Chair, Winifred Couture, Vern Fish, Herbert Schwager, Anthony Robert. Recreation Commission, Scott Russo, Chair, Christopher Milano, Linda Gregory, Peter McCaffrey, Kenneth Elliott. Board of Ethics, Charlotte Murphy, Chair, Jean Thornton Schwager, Evelyn O'Connell, and Lorenzo Spicanopoulos.
Close enough.
I know how to pronounce it, I just can't do it tonight. Conservation Advisory Council, Michael Peake, Chair, Mark Doyle, Christine Gast, Lorenzo Sinopoli, Sharon Kroger, Maria Genovese, Maureen Earls. Emergency Response Committee, Christopher Howard, Chair, Victoria Perotti, Megan Chamberlain, Doug Coro, Aaron Howard, Jr., Marco D'Antonio, Mike Segelton, Christopher Klingner. Enhancement Committee, Eric Eschbach, Chair, Maureen Earls, Margie O'Brien. Amenia Housing Board, Leo Blackman, Chair, Erica Doyle, Sally Cavallo. Sally is no longer with us.
Yeah, that, we'll take that off.
Deleted. Joy Johnson, Nina Peake, Tracy Saladay, and Jeff Barnett Winsby. Wastewater Committee, Jim Wright, Chair, Nathan Roy, John Stewart, Brad Revillard, and Stacy Mantle. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Perotti,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Smoji.
Yes.
Motion that the town clerk maintains custody of all original records, minutes, contracts, grants, and documents from the committees, boards, and vendors. I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
Supervisor Perotti,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Smoji.
Yes. Am I number 30?
Yes.
Okay. Motion to appoint RBT as municipal CPA support.
Make that
I
motion.
make that.
Second.
Okay, we're gonna go with Vicky seconding, Michelle's making. Supervisor Perotti,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Smoji.
Yes. Do you want me to do 31?
No, I can do it. Motion to adopt fee schedules for the town clerk's office and building department. I make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Perotti,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Smoji.
Yes.
Motion to execute resolution number 1 of 2021, constables authorized to carry firearms. I think I have to read that, don't I?
You do.
I always get this one every year, no matter how we.
You do. It's like it's a fate.
It's like
You'll
a-
have to change the resolution number on the copy that you have. If I could just say,
Yep. That one that's listed as one is not included in the packet.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it as other. I can do it under other.
Wait, so is the firearm resolution in our packets?
It is. You're just
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna keep going.
I get.
So just-
I don't need to read it. I have it.
Well, I think he needs to read
You have
it.
to read it aloud.
Okay. So this will be resolution number 2 or number 1?
It's going to be
One.
number 1.
Okay, we'll make that edit on the resolution. Good. Resolution number 1 of 2021, authorizing town constable to carry firearm, whereas the town board of the town of Amenia adopted a town constable local law number 3 of 2007 on September 20th, 2007. And whereas pursuant to the town constable local law number 3 of 2007 and resolution number 1 of 2010, the town board may adopt a resolution authorizing town constables to carry firearms while carrying out their official duties, subject to the constable complying with noted conditions. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the following town constables to carry the firearms identified in this resolution while carrying out his official duties as town constable. Constable Christopher Klingner, firearm Glock 23, 40 caliber, Glock 42, 38 caliber. Jason Dean, Glock 23, 40 caliber. Dwayne Jackson, Glock 17, 9 millimeter. Smith & Wesson MP40, 40 caliber. Francis Lansing, Glock 23, 40 caliber. Abdur Muhammad, Glock 26, 9 millimeter. Glock 19, 9 millimeter. Be it further resolved that the authority granted to the above-named town constables by this resolution shall be subject to the named town constable complying with the following conditions. A, the town constable must possess a New York State license to carry the authorized firearm pursuant to Penal Law Section 400 at all times and must keep proof of such license on file in Town Hall. And B, the town constable must satisfactorily complete the Department of Criminal Justice Services basic course for peace officers with firearms and deadly physical force training, and such other training as the town board under New York State law may require. And C, the town constable must provide the authorized firearm at his or her own costs. I'll make that motion.
Second?
Is that you, Victoria?
Yes,
Sorry,
that's okay. I need to speak up.
I'm just keying them right in. Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Smoji?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, Vicki, you'll be doing adoption of investment policy, but it'll be resolution number 2 and not 3. You have a copy of it.
Yeah, it's motion to execute resolution 2 of 2021, adoption of investment policy. Okay, procurement policy. New schedule.
Should be toward the back.
Okay. Schedules. Schedules.
It's after the meeting schedule, I think.
Oh, I passed it then. So,
That, it was right after where you found the constable one. It immediately followed.
oh, I didn't find that. I was just listening to it. Okay, I'm just keeping going. Fee schedule,
Yep, keep going.
building permit fee.
Keep going.
Constables, there we go. Okay, adoption of an investment policy. It's resolution number 2 of 2021. Whereas the town of Amenia is required by the New York State law to have an investment policy regarding such funds as it collects and administers throughout the year. And whereas the New York State Comptroller's Office has provided towns with an approved investment policy as a guideline to adopt. Whereas the town of Amenia wishes to comply with the law and with the Office of the State Comptroller's guidelines, be it therefore enacted that the town of Amenia adopts the attached investment policy to take effect immediately. Moved by Vicki Doyle and seconded by
Damien.
Thank you. Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Smoji?
Yes.
Okay, under other matters, Dawn, do you want to go ahead and do yours?
I now have 2 other matters. The first item that I'd like to bring to the attention, what is in their packets being identified, it's a resolution adopting the LGS 1. It's going to be resolution number 3. In your package, right beyond the planning board meeting schedule, is a resolution adopting the LGS-1. It is the new retention schedule that was set by the state this past August, and we were looking to go ahead and formally adopt it. This is going to replace the MU1 schedule. So if
Okay,
someone
you want me to go ahead and read it?
could you? Because I can't move a.
Resolution number 3 for 2021, be it resolved by the town board of the town of Amenia that retention and disposition schedule for New York local law records LGS 1 issued pursuant to Article 57A of the Arts and Cultural Affairs Law containing legal minimum retention periods for local government records is hereby adopted for use by all officers and legally disposing of valueless records listed herein. Be it further resolved that in accordance with Article 57A, only those records will be disposed of that are described in retention and disposition schedule for New York Local Government Records, LGS 1, after they have met the minimum retention periods described herein. B, only those records will be disposed of that do not have sufficient administrative, fiscal, legal, or historical value to merit retention beyond established legal minimum periods. I make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Moji.
Yes.
And the other item that I have in here is more of a housekeeping item. It is the notice of the receipt of the tax roll and the warrant for 2021. Please take notice that I, Dawn Marie Kligner, the undersigned tax collector of the Town of Amenia, County of Dutchess, and State of New York, have duly received the tax roll and the warrant for the collection of the taxes within the Town of Amenia for the year of 2021, and that I will attend at 4988 Route 22, Amenia, from January 4th, 2021 to March 1st, 2021, 9 o'clock in the forenoon and 2 o'clock in the afternoon on each day excepting Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays and holidays for the purposes of receiving taxes listed on the said roll. I take further notice that the taxes may be paid on or before March 1st, 2021. Honor all taxes received after such date. There shall be an additional 1% for each additional month or fraction thereof thereafter until such taxes are paid or until the return of the unpaid taxes to the county treasurer pursuant to law. The fee schedule is from January through March 1st, 0% penalty. March 2nd through March 31st, 2% penalty. April 1st through April 30th, 3% penalty. May 1st through May 31st, 4% penalty. June 1 until settlement with the county treasurer, 5% penalty. In addition, after May 15th, a fee of $2 will be added for each parcel. Take further notice that pursuant to the provisions of the law, the tax roll of the Town of Amenia will be returned to the county treasurer of the County of Dutchess on the first day of June, and that is dated December 29th, 2020 by myself, Dawn Marie Kligner, collector of taxes for the Town of Amenia. So I just wanted to give that legal notice out here for each of you to hear. It will be posted in the Millerton News for 2 consecutive periods as required. Tax collection has begun, so anyone that has any questions about their taxes, please don't hesitate to contact the office. Currently, what we are doing at this time is we are allowing you to make payment here at the town hall. It's 24/7. If you want it 12 o'clock at night, you realize you have to pay your taxes, come on down to the town hall. There's a black secured lockbox attached to the side of the building. All payments are to be left in that mailbox. If you're looking to pay this year via credit card, you may do so by visiting our website at www.amenia.ny.gov. Visit the right-hand corner where it says pay online, and you may pay your taxes there. If you're looking to pay by cash, you may bring your exact cash payment here to the town hall in the hours as indicated, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, that is from January 4th through March 1st. You may make those payments here in person in cash. So I have to do the annual sad notice, taxes are due. Taxes were picked up and mailed the last week of December, as we historically have been doing. So taxes were picked up on Monday and they were mailed by that Wednesday, December 30th. So my tax duty.
Hey, under other matters, are you finished on?
Yes, but Damien, I think, said something.
Just gonna say, we need to get you a desk lamp, Dawn Marie.
I know. I didn't want to jump up. It means we've been sitting here for 20 minutes. So I have to go do my exercise.
Hey, also under other matters, we have a transfer of funds for December number 2, 2020. It's resolution number 4 of 2021. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 16204.01.077 building CE telephone by $539.37 and increasing expense line 16604.01.074 central storm CE supplies by $69.55 and decreasing expense line 16204.01.059 building CE heat by $608.92 for additional costs. Whereas budget amendment, the general fund increasing expense line 14204.01.123 attorney CE codification by $2,966.50 and decreasing expense line 14404.01 engineers CE by $2,966.50 for unanticipated costs. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing a revenue line 2260.01 public safety services other by $229.98, increasing expense line 30204.01 public safety community service by $229.98 for Dutchess County Sheriff Services. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 13104.01.040 Director of Finance CE account support by $613.88 and decreasing expense line 12201.01 Supervisor PS by $613.88 for unanticipated expense. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 13554.01.063 Assessor CE mileage by $18.98 and increasing expense line 13554.01.074 Assessor CE supplies by $27.36 and decreasing expense line 13554.01.044 Assessor CE certiorari by $46.34 for additional costs. Whereas budget amendment, the general fund increasing expense line 31201.01.075 police and constable PS special event by $313.44 and decreasing expense line 31201.01 police and constable PS by $313.44 for unanticipated costs. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 40201.01 registrar of vital statistics by $160 and decreasing expense line 14104.01.048 town clerk CE conferences by $160 for transactions. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 90508.01 unemployment insurance by $1,448.30 and decreasing expense line 90308.01 Social Security town share by $1,448.30 for additional expense. Whereas budget amendment in the water fund increasing expense line 90308.06 Social Security water by 5 cents, decreasing expense line 83104.06 administration CE by 5 cents for unanticipated expense. Whereas budget amendment in the highway fund increasing expense line 14104.03 administration contractual by $922.50 and decreasing expense line 51424.03 snow removal CE by $922.50 for collective bargaining legal expense. Now therefore be it resolved, the town board authorizes the transfer of necessary budget lines to process the transactions. Can I make that motion?
Second.
Supervisor Prodi,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Smoji.
Yes.
Okay, supervisors' goals are for 2021. Number 1, plan new highway garage and salt shed construction and financing. 2, work on upgraded water district Lavelle Road pump house and generator. 3, research feasibility study grant options for downtown Amenia wastewater. 4, complete website upgrade through shared services plan with Dutchess County Offices Central and Information Services. 5, use donated monies to put flooring in kitchen and make decisions on what next steps should be taken in addition to pursuing grants for completion. Town board comments?
Yes, this is Jim. I have a couple of requests from neighbors. On Separate Road in the Smithfield Valley, it used to be a dirt road, and then at the request of a doctor who lives on the road, we paved the road because it was impassable during the winter months when we had a thaw. And since that time, people have been using it as a shortcut to go from Millerton to Millbrook and bypassing the town of Amenia entirely. The problem with it is that people have been going at excessive speeds. The speed limit is 40 miles an hour, which is fast enough, but they're going 50, 60, sometimes 70 miles an hour along Separate Road. And these two neighbors of mine have asked that perhaps we could install some speed humps. I don't know whether that's ever been done before in the town, but I can tell you that I myself was traveling along Separate Road one day, doing approximately 40 miles an hour when a car behind me passed me doing about 60 miles an hour on Separate Road, which is absolutely crazy. So I just wonder if we could put that out for some thought as to whether the town would be amenable to doing something like that.
Could you, if you could talk to Megan about it, that would be good, and then we could move on from there.
Okay.
Because then she'll go up and take a look at it and give us her recommendation.
You know, with the pandemic, people are walking along the roads a lot more than they used to. That's part of the problem.
Okay. Yeah, if you could do that, and then, then we can address it
Okay.
once she takes a look at it, and, you can let her know what's going on, because that certainly sounds unsafe for the people that are living there. Is there any other town board comments?
Have some. I'm serving on quite a few committees, it seems, and I'd like to be helpful even on the ones I'm not serving on. Wastewater, I recognize that it's hard to find things on our website. Dawn Marie, you probably have to go over a new primer with me, but my search, when I put in search words, it seems like it's really hard to find stuff. So I asked the Dutchess County water and wastewater people who've done studies for us over the years since the 1980s for Amenia's Amenia NY wastewater proposals. And so they have about a dozen items digitized that I thought we could get from them. I'll fill out the FOIL request and then maybe put it in a folder on the website in the wastewater documents is fine, but I think we need to be able to get our hands on all of the studies, the free resources that we've had to date. Enhancement, I think that we should really try to implement the Fountain Square design upgrade that we had volunteers do for us. Beautiful updated design, and the brickwork is seriously in disrepair. I know we've done it, redone that Fountain Square many times, but it's needing an upgrade. I invite you to go down there and look at it with a critical eye, and something needs to be done. I realize Greenway Conservancy still isn't meeting, but we should go back to Millbrook Tribute Gardens and see if they'll help us again. Kitchen, I think there's a possible grant opportunity that Dee Dee Barrett has recognized. Meals on Wheels is looking for more community kitchens or commercial kitchens for which to serve the people of need in this area. So I hope that we don't let that ball drop, and I'd like to try and work with Dee Dee and whoever else wants to try and find out if there's an opportunity to get that kitchen underway and serving the community and our residents. Recreation, I think we need more publicity on what is being offered in the town. Wasaic Park, I'd like to see something offered for 10-year-olds. We need to do something, and if it's not in Wasaic Park, we need to find a nearby area so kids can have some recreational opportunities beyond the couple of swings and odds and ends down there. It really is in need of better playground opportunities. CAC, I'd like to see us, keep working on becoming a climate smart community. Housing, we're trying to get a survey out to residents about what their needs are to make it possible for them to remain in this town. The housing is getting to be a serious crunch. It's no longer easy to find rentals. We all know people who are trying to find affordable rental units, and it's becoming a crisis. Overall, I'd just like to see us resume at one point to community days, community activities like our holiday decorating, planting day, cleanup days when it's safe to gather. Again, I apologize. It's been fun to get groups together to gather in the Hamlet centers to do some work that that everybody can appreciate and enjoy and honors our veterans. But it's just not possible right now. So I've been kind of doing it by myself, but I look forward to days when we can get back together. That's all I have. Thanks.
Is there any other town board comment?
Hi, everyone. I just want to say, Vicki, you had some really great ideas there, and you can look for my support in many of them, or most of them. I think they were great ideas, forward-looking for our community, and we'll have to think ahead to 2021 and beyond. And just a little bit of a tidbit for you. I had my nails done yesterday. I know that's very common, but the woman who does my nail is Chinese. And for some reason, we were talking about Chinese New Year. And Chinese New Year is February 4th. And she said, 2021 will be the year of the cow. And I said, oh, good, the cow. And I said, well, what was 2020? She said, the year of the rat. So I just think that kind of sums up our 2020, that we had the year of the rat in the Chinese calendar. And I found that really almost comforting. So if we just hang on to February 4th, when it becomes the cow, we'll be okay, because we all know cows are really nice and happy-go-lucky little creatures. And I do wish you all well, and I want you to all stay well and safe, and as we make it through this last hurdle here and start a new year. And to all the seniors, stay well, stay safe, and as soon as things lift up for us, I'll be letting you know about all trips and everything that are going. Because as soon as it's lifted, I know the venues will be contacting me, and we'll be contacting you. Okay, so I just want you to stay safe and be happy. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Is there any other town board comment? Go ahead, Damien. Were you going to say something?
Yeah, I just also would like to, welcome in the new year here and extend that welcome to you, my colleagues, and the public. But also, I think it's important to sort of acknowledge the horror that a lot of us saw play out on TV yesterday in our nation's capital. And this is not about party or whatever. This is about country. We all act in a capacity on this town board, serve our local government out of love for our country. And I was especially struck by an interview I saw with a new congresswoman. It was her first day on the job, from South Carolina, Nancy Mace, 43 years old, just a couple of years older than me. And she was telling the story of how excited she was to be there in that room for the first time, and then for all of that to play out, and the violence and the horror of yesterday. She immediately called her kid. And I have a young daughter, as you guys well know. I can't imagine being put in that position where you fear for your life and your kids through an act of service for government. And so I know that a lot of folks have kids out there. There's a link that I found especially helpful. It's the National Education Association. And it's an overview of how to talk to your kids about the violence that we've seen. But I just want to make it clear. And by the way, I also heard from our local representative, Antonio Delgado. He was also there. And is safe and well after all that. bring that up, you know, aside from the sort of abnormal horror of the fact that our Capitol building was invaded for the first time since the War of 1812. I bring it up mainly to thank my colleagues here in this board. We all serve, you know, not for the money here, contrary to some popular opinion, but you know, we serve for out of a sense of duty and out of a sense of community. And you know, every single person on this call today has been named in a lawsuit. Some of us have received threatening letters addressed to us, to our families. And this is not abnormal. This is just sort of par for the course when you have a position like that. So I'm not complaining about that, but I think the fundamental sort of irrational distrust in government that I am assuming is what ended up causing what happened in DC yesterday really shouldn't apply in small town government. You know, if you guys have a question, if anybody out there is concerned that there are untoward activities happening in our small town on this board, any one of us is available to have a phone call conversation about it. A lot of you are my neighbors. You can walk up my driveway and we can have a chat. But, you know, I think it's important, especially for our kids, to show that this is something that we do because it's important. It's an important function of being a member of a community. And I know it's not always easy, and I want to thank my colleagues here on the board for their service.
I think we should also thank people who come forward and bother to tell their representatives about how they find the litter on the side of the road is upsetting to them, how they tell us that pedestrians are getting, you know, run over practically by these speeding people, you know, in different parts of the community. We really need that feedback in order to be effective at our jobs, because I don't think that, I think communication is really going to be very important, especially when we don't gather and we don't have our typical other means of gathering the local gossip and what's happening in town. So please get on the email and let us know. There are things that we can't change, but there are also things that we can. And we can't do that unless we're informed. And I appreciate all of the people who have made an effort to send me an email to tell me or to tell my fellow colleagues what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other town board comment? If not, I think we're ready for the Jim Morris.
Move that we adjourn.
The
I
clock.
second.
Supervisor Perotti,
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Smoji.
Yes.